Hi everybody, hi on the Zoom. We'll do an embargo today, which will be for 10:30 on Saturday evening, so Sundays. We'll call that midway through. Any questions on the Zoom we'll take at the end of the live section. We've got a show of hands on the Zoom, please, for those questions, and a show of hands in the room for the mics. That'd be great. We'll start with Ben from Sky.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Pep. We saw in training yesterday Kyle Walker and John Stones back out, certainly for the early part of the session. Previously, you'd suggested they'd missed the rest of the season. Can you tell us whether they could be realistically fit to be available on Sunday?
Yeah, we'll have incredible doctors and physios, and they recovered. Yeah, they make a partial training today. Again, partial, and we'll see tomorrow. But it's good for us to have them back.
Any other issues in the team?
No, I don't think so. You're right.
It's the same situation for you and your group as in 2019. You've got to win on the final day to clinch the title. Is there anything, when you think back to that game away at Brighton, that you did in the build-up before the game that you're going to repeat this weekend in terms of giving the players the belief and the focus to do what they need to do?
No, I don't have to tell them. They believe. Years ago, situation different, opponents, stadiums. Never exist to a similar game, so yeah, but we know exactly what you have to do. Is try to be ourselves and analyze the opponent and give everything that we have to win the game.
And you stand on the verge of lifting, celebrating the title again at the Etihad, and we've seen in recent days and weeks more and more pitch invasions with fans running onto the pitch at the end. Do you have a message for the Manchester City supporters ahead of this game?
Well, the images, you have to be careful, of course. So what happened yesterday in Goodison Park and Port Vale and the other games, and the championship semi-final. So yeah, because there are a lot of emotions, a lot of happiness there, some alcohol, and everything is dangerous situations, and of course, and we have to try to behave as good as possible, follow the protocols and the celebration in the right moment, in the right place, because it's dangerous. What happened yesterday, I understand Patrick, and it's difficult because you never know how the people is going to react, and a lot of people all together.
Thank you.
Hi, Pep. From when you won your first title as a player, a few years ago now, has your desire and will to win, how has it changed since then, as you go into this game, a win away from lifting the title again?
Well, before when we won the first title, before winning, it looks like it will be the most incredible moments in our lives, and in part it is, but the day after you feel, oh, this is all about, because the day after, the sunrise and people start to demand more and more. Satisfaction is there, of course, but after 1, 2, 3 days, it's almost already forgotten, and it has to be like that. So that's why it's nice, because there's a lot of work behind, and we are incredibly focused to try to do it. But at the end, yeah, just try to let them feel it's not changed much lives. So winning or losing, we're going to try. This is the most important thing: be ourselves and do what you have to do to be proud after the game. But football, people forgot it most of the time. So football is a game. A game means unpredictable things, luck, unluck, okay, 1,000 million things you cannot control. So the way we play and the quality of the players we have, we are most of the time in the burst to win, because we play to win, and we are most of the time closer. But there are aspects you cannot control. Even you want it, you cannot control, because it's a game. Football is a game, and when you use a power game, something can happen. And that's why you have to put it in the right measure to say, okay, we're going to try, we're going to, of course, we have incredible desire to win. We will be, just in case we can do it, we will be incredibly happy. But after 1 or 2 or 3 days celebration with our people, it's continue to start again.
The game, obviously, between yourselves sorry, not the game between you and Liverpool, but who wins out of you and Liverpool has captured the imaginations of everybody. You mentioned that there are a lot of Liverpool fans in this country. Where do you really think the split is on who people want to actually win the title?
No, I'm pretty sure my English is not good enough after 4 or 5 years, or maybe I don't explain well. So, always I said that when you arrive in the verge of the titles, the teams with more tradition, more history in winning leagues and winning Champions League, they are more supported through the media. But it's happening in Spain with Barcelona, Madrid. It happened in Munich in Germany with Bayern Munich. It happened in Italy with Milan, Inter, and the other ones. So we are new outsiders in the last decade. We were not there, and in that moment, in that verge. But of course, there are people don't want Liverpool win, and like us, and as much you win, they don't want you win again. And of course, the Liverpool fans want to win it. The Liverpool are not fans; they don't want to win it. They prefer to us. I'm not saying all the countries going that, but in general, because they are a team like have more history in terms of titles in the Kevin Trophy. It's normal, but it's not nothing like. If you want to deny it. Maybe I'm wrong, but if you compare in all countries around the world, there are 2, 3, or 4 teams. Like the people support more than the other ones because I've been there more time. And here is the same. People support more United than the other ones, Liverpool than the other ones, Arsenal when I was there because they have a lot of history. We are new in this position. How many times we lived this position in our history? How many times? Agüero moment, Brighton, Paul Dickoff, to don't be relegated, have been promoted, and I don't think so. So it's not much. That's why it's new for us. That's why or we feel as a privilege and enjoy this moment, or we will waste again this opportunity to enjoy these 95 minutes together.
Point well made.
Okay.
Hi, Pep. Whether you care or not, I don't know, but this is the first chance to win a title at home on your own terms. This time, 2018 was Manchester United losing, 2019 was Brighton away, 2021 was United losing, so a chance to do it at home this time.
Oh, so nice. So nice. Yeah, good. I would prefer winning 2 days ago, in Wolves, for example. Yeah, it's what it is. We don't control that. Important is being there again. The last time in our hands, the chance to win a game, to be champion. It's so nice. Yeah, honestly, it's a privilege. I said many times. Arrive these stages and try to enjoy and suffer together.
Just on the safety aspect of pitch invasions, have the players had any concerns with you? Any words with you? Concerns of their safety?
We didn't talk about that, and I'm thinking we're not going to talk about that. So I think the fans will behave good, winning or losing. So.
And finally, from me, a big step forward in the game this week. Jake Daniels, the Blackpool player who came out, the first professional footballer as openly in the game as a gay man. Is that a big and important step forward in the game for you?
Hopefully, will not be good news in the future. Will not be a statement. This is the big target we have ahead of us as a society. So congratulations for the courage, the brevity, because I'm pretty sure it's not easy how we are as a society in many things. And hopefully, in a few years, will be absolutely normal that one person can express his sexuality or his opinions with absolute freedom. So.
David?
You said before that the Premier League, the league title is the one that means the most to you, and probably the same for most managers. Can you just tell us why it is the most satisfying of all the trophies to win, rather than cups and Champions Leagues?
I would say because it's more difficult. And when it's more difficult, is a lot of weeks, a lot of games, struggle with injuries, with the good moments, bad moments, with different situations, with the tough opponents. So, yeah, it is. But the success has been there the last 5 years, all the time there. Except the year like Liverpool also was unstoppable, and we were not good enough in the beginning of the season, that season. The rest, all the time we were there. So, yeah, satisfaction because it's, every day. It make it, I think when you fight the Premier League and you have success arrive at the end, give you the sense that you enjoy a lot during the, we are happier in our lives, private life, in our job when you win. And when you win and you win and you win, because otherwise you cannot fight for the titles, for the Premier League, that makes you make a good weeks, a good training sessions, the environment, the mood, the happiness is higher. That's why it's so important. It's not a cup, FA Cup, or one single game like, it's a routine, and be consistent. The routine today is the more difficult thing in our lives. Today we want to change to different things, and we live to great experiences. We are not happy. We take this great experience in our lives in any sense. In terms of Premier League, is more maybe routine, more boring. It's every day, every week, every 3 days, and that's nice. That's why I'm. No, I'm not saying that the Champions League is not important. We will absolutely be mad or crazy to win the Premier League. We want it, we love it. I'm not saying that the Champions League is not important. I'm not saying that. We will love to be next week in Paris. So it's not about that. But I think always to win 38 games or winning 6 or 7 games or 8 games or 9 games, I think it's different. So and that way, always I like it since I was football player. The Premier League is nice. So, and we are on verge on that. We're close.
Right.
Hi, Pep. I don't know if he's going to get some minutes on the pitch or not, but on Sunday is the last time of Fernandinho as a City player at the Etihad. I know throughout the years you have praised him so many times here, but I think for the last time I'm asking you why he's been such a special player to manage.
Well, we're together since a few players. We are here since the day one we arrived. He's one of them. He became a captain and incredible, well deserved it. We experienced many things together in good moments and bad moments. We were close. So generous guy in terms of what the team is first, the club is first than him, and yeah, I am. He knows it. I told him more than grateful, happy to have this opportunity in my life to meet him and be together. I wouldn't say not work together or something like that. It's being together. So, and of course, we wish him, all of us, all the club, the best of him in the future, in the last years of his career in Brazil, and maybe become a manager or whatever in football. And I'm pretty sure we'll be together in the future and we'll meet again in the future. I'm pretty sure.
Hi, Pep. Are you able to describe the differences between this season and last season and the feeling you've had while trying to chase down another title?
Well, quite similar. I think we behaved really well. Our opening was better than the last season. Last season, Liverpool suffered a lot of injuries in one department, and they suffered that. And I think it was quite similar. This season was better because there was people, spectators in our games. So it looks like coming the real normality that we had before. But in terms of now how we behave, how we played, it was quite similar in terms of points, goals, concede, scores, the way we played. In some moments, even better. So yeah, it was good.
And how much have you felt? Because you seem to have been quite relaxed over the last few weeks. But how much pressure have you felt as Liverpool have sort of continued to win, and you had to win every game?
Quite similar. Maybe he felt the same. He feels the same. They feel the same. Sorry, maybe they feel the same in that term. So, but it's not absolutely unexpected. So, I said in this press conference a month ago, I said more than 90 points we have to win, and because Liverpool is not going. I think the last 31 games, Liverpool lost 1. In Champions League, 1-0-2 in Milan. So when you face this type of teams, first, you are too good to fight against them, and second, you have to win in the last corner, in the last game. So, otherwise, with the results, it's fantastic. So, but we are quite similar. In that terms, we did really, really well.
James.
Pep, how much are you hoping your players don't put you through the same sort of anxiety and tension that Roberto Mancini faced 10 years ago? How much are you hoping it's a much more straightforward job on Sunday?
Yeah, it's difficult to them. Don't control your emotions. Control your emotions when we know exactly what they are playing for. So they are human beings. They are feelings, and the anxiety for the fact, oh, we are not winning, or they score a goal, or what do you have to do? It's normal. So we spoke about that. So maybe you have to leave something unexpected is uncomfortable, but what we can do? React the best way as possible, and be positive. Don't give up. With football, you think it's over, it's not over. When it's over, it's not over. So just don't give up and do exactly what you have done the last month with all the games we played, at home, away, and go for it. And after, if we are better, we're going to win. At the end, what we plan is just a football game. Nothing we change differently. We are not going to do something new or something special, zero. Everybody at home, the day before the game, with the families. We arrive here 2 or 3 hours before the start of the game. And we prepare the game. Where is Aston Villa? What do you have to do to win? And when they are a little bit doubts about that, go to the plan. Go to the plan. Go to the plan to try to beat Aston Villa. No more than that. At the end, we can make theories and many things. It's just a football game. No more than that. With 11 players that good managers are going to try to beat us, and we want to beat them. A part of that, we didn't do actually. Today we train like we have played a training session in a different normal game, Premier League game during the season. The same. Nothing special. So because the importance of the game is not necessary to tell them. They know it, they feel it, and yeah, go there and do it.
Hi, Pep. Hi, Pep. Can I just ask about Jack Grealish? Obviously, in the summer, he left Aston Villa to come to Manchester City to win silverware. He could win his first piece of silverware by beating Aston Villa. Have you spoken to him about the significance of Sunday for him personally?
Nope. You asked me to speak with him? No, I didn't speak with him. But if you want, I'm going to speak with him.
But surely it will mean so much for him personally after everything that's happened this season.
I'm pretty sure that he won. I think maybe for Aston Villa, maybe help to be promoted for the second division to the Championship to the Premier League. Maybe this is the biggest title he can get for the club. And after remaining in the Premier League in 2 seasons, like the second one was exceptional with Dean Smith and the guys. And of course, for him, he never won a Premier League. It must be so exciting, so important. But now he realized what I said before, that the day after, and saying, everything is all about, we'll be happy, have one. But my advice to him is try to be happy as much as possible playing football. This is more important than win the titles. Is be happy doing your job. You feel alone after 2 or 3 days. That's all. All the effort for that. Yeah, it's good. One name in your, in your schedule, curriculum vitae. But no more than that. Important is, does he feel happy here? That's the most important thing. If he's comfortable playing, it's getting better and getting better. That is the most important thing. And after you can reach it, of course, it's magnificent. At the end, during 1 year you defend. In this season we defend during 1 year. We are the champions. We are the champions. Someone had to take out, And okay, we're going to see tomorrow, on Sunday. During 1 year, he will retain or he will defend the title in all England and every single Premier League game next season. This is nice.
Take one more from Sam, and then we'll do the questions on the Zoom before the
Thank you.
guys.
Hi, Pep. There was the story earlier in the week about Ilkay Gundogan's future, and I know his people seemed very keen to say where he was and why he was there, but we still don't really know the situation about his future. Could you tell us the club's position, your position, about what you want for Ilkay next season and where he will be playing?
He's getting married.
Yeah, he already did. Yeah, in terms of his.
No, congratulations for say he's going and living. He didn't know what exactly went on. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good. No, it's good. He's getting married.
So he's had a good week.
He was getting married, and after I don't know when travel. So he asked me permission to go to, I think, Denmark, or I don't know where it was, to get married, and I congratulate them. If you ask me personally, at the club, I want to kill Ilkay next season here. There is no one I didn't know my intention next season. Ilkay cannot be here. After if he want to leave because I don't know. For now he's getting married, want a new experience or whatever. As a club, we don't know it. But all the great Twitter's accounts, the guys like all of you said he's going to leave. So congratulations, because I didn't know it. I didn't know it. So, but maybe you have more info than me or the club. So this is the situation right now.
Thanks.
Take a couple on the Zoom. Guillaume, we'll start with you if you can hear us.
Okay, yeah. Hello, Pep.
Hi.
You've been in England long enough now to help me with this outlook. On one hand, I think it's well documented your influence on English football. But what about the other way around? What has English football done to you and to your decision making and the way the team plays?
Both. I have a vision of the. Listen, when it's about we talk about the style and the way you play it or manager or whatever, it's. I said many times, it's the pen of the players that you have. So the way we play in Barcelona is different in Munich and Munich different here. Personally, in my teams, because the players are different. There is a basis like it's quite similar, but it's completely different, and that's why you have to adapt to the players. You know. So it's simple like that. And of course I learn a lot here, a lot. Gave me a lot, England or the English football. I learn a lot for the managers they are and the problems that they create or they as a team in these years. Yeah, of course. I mean, absolutely, we are a better team than when we started 6 years ago. Much better team in all departments. And I learned it through my players, for the opponents, all the problems that you have. To arrive in these stages in the last game to be champions is you have to solve incredible amount of problems, a lot, individual as a team, as a players, many things. That's why it's so difficult.
Thank you, Guillaume. Natalie.
Hi, Pep.
Hi.
As a Man City manager, if you were in a situation where you could help your old club Barcelona, the club you love, to win the league, would that make a difference, and how?
We did it as a football player. We won 2 times in the last game at home, but 3 times. But in these situations, it was not in our hands. The opponent, in that case, is Madrid, and De La Coruña lost the game. So I think tomorrow. I think it's nice to have the chance to win at home. Yeah, it's nice. The experience, what I feel, I don't know.
But thinking about the Gerrard situation, the Gerrard element, how much that can play a part in this final round?
No, it's completely different. I said before, we cannot compare. So we're different persons, different human beings. We are in different position, different competition. So, like I said before, your colleagues. So important is try to win. Where I don't know. Sometimes we cannot control it, but it's nice. So, but I said to a player, it's just a football game. Focus on just a football game. Don't think in the consequences. Don't think about if we win or we lose, how happy we'll be or sad we'll be. Forget about it. It's just a football game. What do you have to do to beat Aston Villa? If you think about it, how it's important, one more title, one less title, or these kind of things. Yeah, it's important. Everybody knows it. But it's a football game. What they do? They're going to play with Ings and Watkins, or just with Watkins? How we face this process, how Douglas Luiz as a holding midfielder make a build up with 3 or not, stay with 4. McGinn move outside or move inside. This is what we have to handle it tomorrow. You know, this type of things like what we have done to try to win the game with our people. That I'm pretty sure will be as one. So I had the feeling that they will support us incredibly well. We will give everything and try to, like I said before. As a club, we have not been here many times in our time. So once we are here, have to be anxious, nervous, or no way. Go there and try to enjoy the moment and suffer the moment, because will be moments, and the moments we concede a goal just in case, or we are struggling, come on, let's go, try again until the end, and in the good moment, continue and do it. From my little experience, maybe I'm wrong, is the best way to approach these kind of situations. If you think, what happened if you win? What happened if you lose? as you distract about know exactly what you have to do. What is the movement, the ins, the walk-ins, what the set pieces, they are really good in that. When play Coutinho, Buendia together or not together, what happened? They can change, they do it. This is the only really cares right now, only matters. The rest, I don't know.
Okay guys, embargo please for Sunday.